Hey guys, and welcome back to season 20 of AOR. I nearly forgot that. It's been so long since we've been racing. We've had a break over Christmas and now we're back for round 15, so it's not too many rounds left now. And as you can see, it's Monza here in Italy. One of the better tracks, I would say, for racing, so hopefully we can have a good race when we get to it. But as you can see right now, I'm in P4 with a slow lap, as you can see, 19.9, so it's not gonna stay there. I'm probably gonna drop a few places down the order, obviously hoping to improve, but I'm not too fond of some corners here at Monza, especially this one we're coming up to here. The first Lesmo is not really my favorite cup of tea, so it's gonna be a struggle throughout the race as well. But it's been a clean lap but not a fast lap so far, and I'm just trying to get some laps on the board. Unfortunately, as you can see on the top right, I didn't get to do a later run because my pad broke even more throughout quali, so I had to try and switch it back because I couldn't actually go out on a lap in qualifying because the buttons broke, and that's complicated. But that's why I've only done 2 laps, unfortunately. As you can see, Jack with a 19.9, so I'm nearly 1 second off the pace right now, and in the end Bixie took pole by 18.4, so it's pretty fast compared to me. But in other news, Jamie, Daigoro and Ruben have left the league now and moved up to tier 1, so hopefully that can help me go up the order as well. But as you can see, it was a 19.777. It's going to be P9 for the race. And here we are on the grid, so starting on the left side is probably the best thing I could have hoped for. Hopefully we'll get a good start. It's hold very long time and we are way behind Fawn here. Actually seems to get a good start. We're already on the back of Riley boys, and who is that? The Red Bull there, who had a slow start, and that's already a virtual safety car. Obviously now we couldn't see it, but in the replay I saw it's just Fawn. He just spun across the track into the wall, I think. And now we cut on later to lap 2. Obviously there's only a virtual safety car, so the race has been given free as well. Now coming out of a sky, and I clipped the curb and I nearly spin into the wall, but luckily I somehow managed to save it. But I did lose 2 positions after gaining 2 in the start of the race, so we are back to P9 as now Casey behind me. I think he got 5 seconds. Oh, he's lagging a little bit still. He's trying to fix his internet, but it seems like there's still some lag. I don't actually know where he is. I think he's still on the... And now he dropped back there, but that was actually a little bit close. Luckily he ghosted, because I also think we would have hit each other. Or, well, we did. Obviously he drove into me, through me or whatever, but luckily the ghosting system seems to work. As now we cut on to lap 4, and it's still Casey trying to get past. Is he going to dive bomb me to turn 1? He's going to try to. I'm going to try and go a little bit deep, leave him the space, but I somehow managed to block him off, and I think I've got that position secured, because I don't think his top speed is actually that great compared to mine. Might have lower wings. But now a new driver, it's Isaac, I guess is what he's called. He's on the mediums, and he's been catching a little bit here. As you can see, I've lost sort of momentum to the front here, and he's diving up the inside. I'm gonna try and go deep and be really aggressive here, try and push him off. Does seem like it worked a little bit there, but not too much. He's still on my inside there. I nearly actually cut across the track and swerved him off, but luckily I just saw him at the end there. But I think he's gonna have the pace to go through here indeed, and there's no real reason to fight him because he just seems to be so much faster. I try to go up the inside here a little bit, but luckily we managed to avoid a Vettel Hamilton situation from 18 where he just spins me out. But now Casey is through as well. As you can see, he's jumping about the place. I'm gonna try and go up the inside. I don't know what happened there, if he just, you know, slowed down to let me through, or it was the lag as I nearly actually spin, and now he's probably gonna come back as me as well. Yeah, he's gonna go through for now, but as you can see, he's sort of just jumping all over the place, which is a little bit unnerving to race with, I must admit. As now we got the walking Ted behind me as well. Hopefully he won't get through. But now we cut on to lap 10. As you can see, we've got the Renault of MK behind us here, and he's gonna try and go up the inside before Ascari. He's already, I think, too far ahead for me to defend, and indeed he is through. But as you can see, a lot of people have pitted now onto the medium tires. That's why we're so high up the standings right now. Hopefully I can get him back on the straight, but I think I actually might be thinking about going into the pits on this lap, because obviously my tires are not feeling too good. Or MK actually, oh, what was that that spun there? Was that Scotty? Yeah, I think it was. So I gained another position there, as indeed I go into the pits for the medium tires. It's an easy one stop around here, just as you can see on the, you know, people passing on the straight, just a medium to the end. Luckily not the hards, because probably be a bit ropes. Now Scotty comes into the pits as well, so I should have gained, you know, a position on him, which I probably didn't deserve, but he must have spun or collided with someone. And we're gonna come, is someone gonna come past us? So who's that? That's Juan Mita on the mediums coming through there. He must have started on those. So we should get that position back. So I'm guessing we are in a net P9 at the moment. And now we caught on to lap 12. You can see MK, he's caught Juan Mita, who's going very, very wide there. And we've caught MK as well. So hopefully with this slipstream, we should be able to make a move into turn 1. Indeed, we get, rich mix and DRS, everything here. So we should be flying past. But obviously MK had the DRS as well. But I think we are far enough ahead. But no, MK goes with as well. And he's very nearly blocks me off. But I just try my best to get through. And we actually think that we touched there. But luckily none of us spun there. It could have been very bad. And I'm trying to avoid the situation I had with the Mercedes earlier, cutting across, but I'm leaving him the space. As you can see, the red arrow is still there. But I think we're, are far ahead into the braking zone that we can actually claim this position as I just go very, very slowly. Try and slow him down as well so he can't get a good exit. And indeed, we managed to keep the position. But now we caught on to lap 17. For the last 5 laps, I've been keeping him behind me with, obviously with no DRS, but just trying my best. But now he's actually through, unfortunately. But he is faster than me for sure. I'm gonna try and retake the position here, but I don't think it's gonna happen. It's a good battle, trying to keep him behind, but in the end I think he's just too fast. Whereas Casey is probably more on my level right now, as indeed MK goes through there, and we're gonna have to let him go as I get a warning there. So that's a little bit annoying. And now we caught on later until that lap, and indeed I caught Ascari on the exit, and I got my first penalty, which I thought I could go the entire race without getting a penalty, but unfortunately it all came within 1 lap. I think I got 3 warnings on 1 lap, as now Casey tries to go on the outside. Not the best opportunity, because obviously he won't have the best run going down into the first corner, but he's still, luckily we got the DRS to defend with. I forgot to put it into overtake here, but I think, as I said earlier, I don't think he has the the best top speed, as we just go very deep, but so does Casey. And indeed, as you can see there, we actually, he lags so much that when we sort of try to battle, he ghosts. I don't know if that impacted him there, or as you can see, he lost some momentum, but it's both good and bad that he ghosted, obviously. It means that we can battle. As you can see, I can't actually physically hit him, I don't think. And now he is through into P8, unfortunately, but we should have a great run on him going down into the first corner. So obviously, I've got the DRS and a lot of ERS, so hopefully we should be able to do it with him probably being a little bit slow on the straight as well. As you can see, yeah, indeed, we're just flying past, and I nearly crashed into him actually, because with the lag I wasn't really sure what way he was gonna go, because obviously him going a little bit to one side could just be the lag, so I went for the inside, and luckily it managed to pay off, and we are back into P8. As you can see, MK is just slowly getting ahead of me in front, and now Casey is gonna try and go up the inside of Ascari. Very, very tricky spot too, but I just sort of let him through, and as you can see there, the lag is as well. I don't know if he had a moment or he let me through or whatever, but it's been a good battle so far, probably helped by the fact that he's ghosting, so we can't actually touch. If only that was always the case. As you can see, I go deep into the gravel there, and Casey is nearly trying to go on my outside here going into the second last mode, but somehow I managed to keep him behind. I think he was just kind of not be too aggressive and let me have the position, but I've been struggling with the first last mode throughout the race, and I'm probably losing like a half a second there each corner, and now he goes through as well before even Ascari. I'm gonna try and stay close so I can get him on the main straight, but maybe he just is through this time. But indeed I caught on later here to lap 23 now, and we've indeed gonna take him down the straight as well. That was one thing, maybe after rushing this, Casey, like he overtook me a lot of times before the main straight, which obviously isn't the best move to do, because I could always just re-overtake him, as you can see. And indeed now lap 24, I think he is actually going to do the same thing, but he's maybe not, but he's going to try and go up the inside here, going into Parabolica, very, very close. I'm going to try and hang it around the outside. I think it compromised his exit a little bit, not mine too much. And I should have a great runner still, but I'm just using all the overtake. But he's obviously got the DRS, but I don't think he's going to be able to overtake, and indeed he didn't. Now we got on to lap 25, and he goes for the move into Ascari as well. I just broke there, because I didn't want to go side by side with the lag, obviously. It's only now that I'm realizing it, watching it back, that I actually ghosted every time I got close. But now going on to lap 26, indeed later we managed to go into turn 1, past him again, with the the DRS and everything, and now he'll only have one more shot to get past me, I think, in this race, as we you know, obviously you can't overtake on the last lap when you get onto the main straight. So he only has one opportunity left as we now go here into the middle sector. I didn't really cut that corner a lot. I cut that a lot and got on the curb, and as you can see, somehow just spun out of nowhere, and that's my front wing gone. And then Casey just, you know, flew into the back of me. I don't know, was the lag or me coming across the track dangerously. I just sort of got bounced back on the track. So unfortunately that means that he doesn't get any points. So it's a really sad ending, you know, to a good battle throughout the race, that, you know, he had to DNF in that way. Not DNF, I think, but at least not get any points, as you can see down there in P12. It's really, really annoying that had to happen, but, you know, it's just unlucky because it didn't really need to happen. I think he said he was looking at some penalties and maybe wasn't super aware, but I just hit the, you know, the barrier and then came back on the track like from the bounce, and then he just hit me. So it's just an unfortunate situation, but in the end it ended up being P8 for me. Could actually, if everything had gone according to plan, I hadn't made as many mistakes, I think maybe I could have gotten P7, but that's being optimistic. And as you can see, Jack actually won. I think Big C won on track, and then Jack won on penalties, so big congratulations to him. And obviously Isaac, I think he came from last place. Yeah, as you can see, P15 to, you know, on the podium. That's very, very impressive. So he definitely has some speed in him. And then Giant, he had a, you know, decent race, but nothing too special to get into P5. And obviously we are missing, you know, the usually three fast drivers in Daigoro, Ruben and Jamie now that they are in F1. So it's going to be interesting to see how the rest of the races are going to go. So probably more winners this time around than normally. But it's actually an exciting race this time. I got a few points and had loads of battles, so can't really complain too much. Would have liked not to have ended in an incident, but that is how it goes sometimes. And obviously, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, anything. It's really appreciated. And I'll see you guys next time.